Hey folks, and welcome to the latest video in the SAM for IBM Rhapsody series. I'm Andy Lapping, and in this video we'll see how to use SAM to create profiles. Now, in previous videos I've shown you how SAM can be extended by providing documents and skills to guide the AI, and by providing automation helpers that the AI can run. In this video I'll combine those techniques by having SAM build a new profile using the guidance and automation features of the Rhapsody Profile Builder, which is another very powerful profile available from SodiusWillert. If you have to build or maintain profiles, you will love the Profile Builder, and there is another entire YouTube playlist dedicated to that, so please do check it out. Here in Rhapsody we have an empty model with just the SAM profile loaded. Let's now put a prompt into our AI client, in this case that's Claude. Build a new Star Wars profile in Rhapsody. Use only domain-specific language. Don't include SysML or UML terms. Include new diagram types and also add new menus and perspectives. I should note here that perspectives are an advanced concept that even experienced profile builders struggle with. You'll see here how SAM uses the Profile Builder automation to create them with ease. Okay, off we go. The first thing the AI does is check for any available tool chains. Now you'll see those in the next video. Next, it reads the documentation provided by SAM on how to use the Profile Builder to build profiles. Next, it proposes a design and asks a couple of questions. Do we want to combine our DSL with SysML? Does it already have a Profile Builder package? And do we want to make any changes to its proposal? Well, DSL only please, and no, we don't have a Profile Builder package yet, and we don't want any changes either, so go ahead. Alright, step 1, it loads in the Profile Builder profile. Then it creates the initial architecture required by the Profile Builder to model the different aspects of a profile, starting with the Profile Builder package and a meta-class library. Next, it uses the first automation that's built into the Profile Builder, just as I would have done if I were building this by hand. It selects the Profile Builder package and it runs the Create Profile helper. That not only creates the profile, but also a property file and various tables that we would typically use to populate that profile. Next, it renames the profile to Star Wars, good name, and then it locates the property file that the helper generated, as it will need that later when it uses the automation to generate perspectives. Next, the concept map. But Anthropic, in their wisdom, have recently introduced a new feature whereby Claude only allows a certain number of actions before it pauses and forces you to manually click a continue button. Now, by all accounts, the internet is not at all happy about this. I'll just click continue. When we use the Profile Builder, we can create stereotypes directly, or we can model them using a concept map, which allows us to graphically visualize the concepts and their relationships, the ownership and so on. The Profile Builder then creates or updates the stereotypes from that map. Here, the AI is building out the concepts in that concept map. Once again, I'll need to click continue, and once again off it goes, adding the ownership rules between the concepts. Now it runs the second piece of automation provided by the Profile Builder, the population of the profile from the concept map. Now, since the AI doesn't know how long that helper will take to run, it stops and it waits for confirmation from the user that it has indeed finished. Let's go check the Star Wars profile and confirm that the stereotypes were created from the map. If we look at the features for one of them, we can see that its applicable to has been set and it's a new term, so a domain-specific term. On the Properties tab, we can see properties like name have been set, so we have user-friendly names whilst avoiding spaces and stereotype names. It's also populated the aggregates property from the ownership rules defined in the concept map. Okay, I'm pretty happy that the profile builder automation has done its thing. Let's ask the AI to continue. Now, the first thing it does is check the results of that automation. It will need the GUIDs of those stereotypes for when it starts building out the custom Add New menus, which it's already started doing now. It creates several Add New menu builders and it wires them up to the appropriate concepts and stereotypes for the automation to use later. Again, this is exactly what I would do if I were manually building this profile. Once again, it needs assurance that I'm still here and I haven't gone for a coffee. I'll click Continue. A few more model elements later, and it's ready to run some more profile builder automation. It selects the Add New menu, and then it runs the profile builder automation to apply that model to the stereotype properties. Once again, I need to click Continue. And this time it forgot to select the Add New menu for the planet before running the automation. And so the automation helper produces an error. Now I could stop Claude and tell it, but it's probably just as easy in this case to run it myself later. Because Claude and Sam are now building out the perspectives, which allow us to change the available menus based on some sort of role or maybe even level of experience. In this case, it's invented two roles, a commander view and an operative view. Once modelled, it uses the next profile builder automation to generate the property files that hold the properties in which these perspectives live. Okay, that's all done. It also tells us that to see the perspectives, we have to reload the model, and that's because Rhapsody reads property files on model load, so it can't yet see those perspective properties. We'll do that in a moment, but first I'll run the Apply Add New menu helper on the one that it forgot. Now let's test this profile out. Now we could of course create a new model, but instead for speed I'll just use Change To on this one, and I'll make it a galaxy far, far away project. Now I can right click the project, there we have a custom Add New menu. Let's add a faction. If I right click the faction and select Add New, again another custom Add New menu. Now let's check the perspectives. First, I'll reload the project to have Rhapsody read in the property files. And now the perspectives toolbar shows the commander view and the operatives view. Let's select commander. Now if I right click that same faction and I select Add New, then I see only starship and fighter. If I change the current perspective to operative view and then try the same Add New menu again, well, this time I only see droid. Well, we've barely scratched the surface of what you can do with profiles in Rhapsody, but combining the power of Sam and the profile builder, creating them just became so much easier. Well, that's it for this video. Over the course of the series, we'll explore the other use cases and capabilities of Sam for IBM Rhapsody. But for now, thanks for watching.